welcome in. We are just hopping on. Happy Monday. Just sending to a few people. Breathe in as you come in to that root chakra. Breathe out down to the ground. Thank you, Caitlin, for liking the live. I give myself permission to be grounded. I give myself permission to find strength. Asking divine white light to surround your space, surround my space. Breathing in, pulling some junk out of the root chakra. I give myself permission to be at peace. Thank you, Caitlin, for liking the live. I give my energy permission to fully lean into what the universe has to say, what the universe has to deliver. Thank you, Mothman, for liking the live. Welcome in. I give myself permission to enjoy as I heal. Let me share with a few more people because I popped on a little bit late, so not everyone's here, but welcome in. How is everyone feeling on this Monday? We have a full moon on Wednesday in the sign of Libra, so probably got some full moon vibes coming your way today. Lauren, welcome in. How are you? Need a reset. A full moon is going to be really good for that. Obviously tonight as well is going to be good for that. But energetically, if you're looking for a big reset, be here Wednesday. Get your candle in the bio. It is the full moon in Libra ceremony. Whitney, welcome in. How are you? Libra is going to show you how to put things into balance, into perspective. Oh, thank you, Whitney. It's my usual lip color, but the lighting may be making it look a little different. What else was I gonna say? Oh, thank you, Ro, for liking the live, and I'm good. Thank you for asking. I was gonna say, so Libra energy, it's full moon and it's Libra energy. So what is actually important? If you're wanting to achieve these big dreams, what do you actually need to put at the forefront of everything? And what can you let go of? Like literally, Libra is represented by the scales. So it'll help you weigh everything out. It's gonna be a really nice reset, a really nice expansive energy as full moons are. Jackie, welcome in. How are you? Happy Monday, everyone. And thank you, Whitney, for liking the live. I give myself permission to be guided by the light. Thank you, Ro. I do too. I used to make a lot of moon water. I haven't so recently, but I really love making moon water because you can use it like in spell work. You can use it for intention setting. You can use it in meditating. You can use it for anything. Of course, if you use water that you can drink with, you can drink it, you can cook with it, and you can use that intention in whatever you're doing. I give myself permission to pause. Pause the noise of the world as I go within. Pulling out that energy, anything stuck. Oh, I love that, Jackie. Seriously, thank you, Angela, for the follow, and thank you, Karen, for liking the live. It doesn't seem super important at first to appreciate and find happiness in these small things around you. But when you do that, that helps like wipe away that grime that despair puts in your view, so that you can actually see when the universe is saying big things to you. Does that make sense? When the universe is like, hey, there's this gleaning opportunity over here. You're perfect for it. You just need to believe in yourself to take this opportunity. It so helps with that. And that's one of the biggest struggles that a lot of people, when they first come to energy healing, sorry, there's a hair in my mouth. When they first come to energy healing, they have a hard time seeing around the despair. And doing a small exercise like that, just appreciating the small things, will help so much. I drink it and use it in my oil diffusers, sometimes water my indoor plants. I love that. Hang on, there is still a hair attached to me and I don't know. I think I got it. That was gonna drive me insane. All right, full body breath in, breathe out. And as you breathe out, I'm just pulling up your energy so that we can get deep in there. I give myself permission to release the day. Release the weight of the day. I have never done that, but that would be fun. Sounds right up my alley. Hang on, let me take a drink of my tea. It is nice and cold. I did not realize it got hot in here today, so I just turned my AC back on. So I have cold tea instead of hot tea to help cool me down further. I give myself permission to open up the space of desire, is what I'm going to call it. We talk about desires a lot, like what do you actually desire when we're talking about, manifesting? What do you desire when we talk about what the goals are for energy healing when we start your journey? So I see it around the sacral chakra. It's just a little bit above it, but it's still covered in orange energy. Opening up the center of desire. So you can actually claim, what is it? You can actually own it without embarrassment, without hesitation. I love tea. I feel like there's another hair stuck to me. I don't know what's going on right now. Michelle, I'm good. How are you? Ready for a busy week because we have our full moon ceremony on Wednesday. We start the Health Collective on Thursday. We're going in. The next Thursday, I start the channel, which all spots have been taken for the channel as well. I'm good. It wasn't a cold. It was my allergies acting a fool. Good. I'm glad you were doing better. Good, good, good. Yes. I really love to cleanse my home with sound, so I keep a lot of frequency music going. I like to use smoke, so maybe burn some lavender, burn some rosemary. I really love to do that. Oh, Lauren, I'm glad you did. And I am good. Thank you for asking. Me too, Michelle. I am so ready. I saw you were in the Health Collective. It's the biggest working I've ever done. So it's gonna be 15 solid days of Reiki via our candle work. And then of course we will have our 3 sessions where we bring our collective power together. So it's gonna be huge. Huge. And there are still spaces for that, for the Health Collective. And it sounds just like it's just like it sounds. So if you're needing a boost in some sort of health thing, whether you're wanting to improve the exercise you get, or maybe you're dealing with something, link is in the bio to join the Health Collective. We are going to do 15 solid days of Reiki candle work, and then we will have 3 live meetings where I teach you how to direct your energy, but then we're also putting our energy together to boost everyone's healing. So it's going to be a massive collective spell, similar to the candles that we do for the full moons and new moons. Wind chimes, flutes, sound bowls, I do too. Thank you, Miss Zaid, for the follow. Welcome in. Let's amp up some heat. I allow myself to take off the cover of energy. The cover of energy that has kept me protected, and not like protected in a way of physical or energetic, like good protection. Protected in a way of you're not able to fully express yourself. So we're taking off that cover here. It is safe to express myself. I am still okay if I express myself. Yes. Sometimes we get too into protecting. We put too many cloaks on, we put too many wards on, and we start to like dull our energy. We start to dull our expression of our energy. You can be both incredibly and powerfully protected and still be able to shine, still be able to live your life. It's finding that nice balance between protection and letting yourself, put your feelers out there to the world. Yes, it is safe. I give myself permission to explore. I give myself permission to feel into the energy of the universe. So that means slowing down a little bit, taking some time to feel the energy around you, taking some time to listen. And there goes some dust. That away. Let's bring some sunshine energy into the entire body. It is now spring. It is time to warm up. It is time to start growing. It is time to start moving. Letting that sunshine energy get deep into your bones. Give yourself permission to thrive. Oh, my nephew just messaged me. I don't know what all he said. He was like, "Hi, Aunt Carolyn, I'm so excited." Oh, that was so sweet. I saw a falling star a night ago. I felt the universe speaking. I love that. I think actually right now, conditions are really good for most of the US to see a really clear sky. I was reading it was something that was posted by one of the weather people that I follow. But I think all this week, unless you're going to be in a rainy area, you should be able to see like comets and stars and stuff floating through the sky at night. So a particularly good time to stargaze. Thank you, Miss Sade, for liking the live. I allow myself to be powerful. Thank you, Michelle, for sharing the live. I allow myself to believe that I do contain power. Hello, Diane, welcome in. I allow myself to believe that we all contain the same power, no matter how we perceive one another. Especially if you perceive someone to be more, let's call it quote unquote, advanced. You all contain the exact same power to be equally as advanced. Does that make sense? You all contain the same potential to be as advanced. Let go of doubts. If doubts are lingering to the surface right now after hearing that said, that's okay. That's energy movement. You're not doing anything wrong. Let the doubt keep going. Let it fly off into the universe. Let me take another drink of my tea. In my Remy Martin glass. This is not Remy Martin, this is tea. Thank you for the follow, Andrea. Welcome in. I do like matcha and green tea. I just don't do very well with caffeine, so it's not something I can really tolerate a lot. Christina, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. It does me too. Yeah. Let's pull some more doubt out. I see it over everyone's energy as cloaks again. So pulling more cloaks of doubt off of you, let it come off layer by layer. Notice how you're feeling with each layer as it's able to move. What are the thoughts that come to mind? What are the feelings? Where specifically are you feeling it in your body? I allow myself to see the doubt, control the doubt, and release it. I allow myself to believe I am just as capable as we were just talking about. You are just as capable. Your forehead, interesting. You are just as strong. Thank you for the love you. I think I say it wrong every time. Is it Yira? Is that how you say your name? I always want to call you Yahira because I know someone named Yahira. Thank you, Whitney, for liking the live. And thank you, CR, for liking the live. I thought so, yeah. Yeah, I grew up with a Yahira, so I just always want to say that when I see your name. Thank you, Fuckery and Shenanigans, and Andrea for liking the live. We need to amp up some more power, so I'm actually going to draw. Nope, we need the mental emotional symbol. We're gonna do that. Let's do it. Thank you for the heartbeat, Fuckery and Shenanigans. Putting that mental emotional symbol like right in the chest all the way to the back, so you may feel things kind of start to tingle. Thank you for reposting, and thank you for sharing. Let this mental emotional symbol ignite you. Let it get rid of the sadness. Let it get rid of every shred of doubt, every shred of misunderstanding of how much power you have. I am so sorry, Diane. Please take all the energy you can get from here. We're here to support you. We're here to grow. We're here to move through whatever it is we're moving through. I am so sorry. And grief is such a different beast for everybody, right? We go through different stages. Like, we tend to experience similar stages, but we, go through them at different times. So honor the stage that you're in. Honor whatever you're feeling. Let it get out. Let it get out of your energy. I regret losing my baby. Oh, I am so sorry, Diane. I am so sorry. Oh, Whitney, I didn't even see anything. Oh, you were replying to someone. I got you. So putting this mental emotional symbol deeper into your chest. Again, let it go all the way to the back. Speaking of grief, see? The universe always puts you in the right place at the right time, right? Oh goodness, Diana, I'm so sorry. So I allow myself to grieve the person I thought I was. To grieve the person I thought I was becoming. Thank you for the follow, Allah. Welcome in. To grieve the expectations that I had. Carla. This is energy healing. So the base of my work is Reiki, and I'm also hearing things, feeling things, sensing things from the universe. It is collective healing. Thank you, Petty, for the follow. Welcome in. Yes, sometimes we create an image that wasn't meant to be of ourselves. And sometimes that's part of the journey, is to understand that maybe what we were going for was not in alignment with us, because we weren't going to learn that lesson any other way than to try to become and quote unquote fail at becoming. Now, is it really a failure if you realize, hey, you know what, maybe that really wasn't me? No, because you're not continuing to try to make something fit when it doesn't. Yes, we do lots of healing here, Ala. Lots of healing. I work one-on-one with people. I do group sessions. Of course, we do these lives. We do candle work. Yeah. Oh, Diane. Let the future version of you, let the version of you now start being what feels good to you. Start acting like the person that feels like fun, that feels like love, that seeks to enjoy. Courtney, welcome in. Happy Monday. How are you? And thank you for the heart me. Let's clear the mind a bit. I feel some thoughts swirling. We're thinking too deep. We're going too deep into things. That's where sometimes it starts to get messy. When you start to overthink, where you try to dissect everything to the nth degree. Oh goodness, Diane, I am so sorry. We definitely also need, we need better healthcare, access to healthcare in general, but especially, mental health care. A lot of fundamental changes need to be made to make sure that people have the access to care that they need. And have a support system, not even just healthcare, but, be able to feel safe. You can only heal so much if the basic needs aren't being met. Yeah, and that includes community, feeling like there's people around you who will support you in whatever way possible. All right, I'm literally like unscrewing everyone's heads. We're gonna unscrew the top, we're gonna take off the lid, and we're gonna let these swirling thoughts come right out. As they come out, the angelic energy starts to sing, and that singing comes back into the mind. It's almost like a lullaby. It's a lullaby that's helping the mind just go shh. Thank you, Lissa, for liking the live. Yeah, and we are a generation, or several generations rather, where we now work more than ever. We are distracted more than ever. We don't have time to slow down a lot and be mindful like generations past, when you could raise a family on one income. Therefore, you had someone at home who could help make those connections in the community. It's very different, from the days past. So we've got to figure out our own way in the hand that we have been dealt, how to make those communal connections. Michelle. Yeah, and we need better examples too of like, when you say I'll be there for you, what does that really mean? How far are you really willing to go? Do you mean you'll actually be there? Will you actually pick up the phone? Are you really, willing to go out and change somebody's tire in the middle of the night and get dirty? I was very lucky to grow up in a community like that, where you just really had those kind of salt of the earth people who did those things. And you know, that generation, those generations are getting older. So it's our turn to pick up the torch and do that stuff. Like, I try to do my part, which I will call myself out. I could do way better than I do. But if someone needs to go to work, someone just wants a fucking break, and they need their children watched, I'm not charging them. You're not gonna pay me to watch your fucking kids so that you can decompress and have, you know, be the human that you need to be. I'm not doing that. Like, that's insane to me. Thank you, Lissa, for the follow. Now, I'm not saying if a babysitting is your job, like if that's your job, but I'm just saying part of my giving back, the way that I can give back is, you know, if my friends, my sister, other family members, you know, bring your kids over if you need a break. Text me, let me know. Let me see if I have the time so I can take over for you for a little bit. All right, getting deeper into the mind, keep letting that energy swirl right on out. I give myself permission to see a more positive view of myself. Thank you, Fuckery and Shenanigans, for liking the live. There is a better version of me. I'm holding my finger up because there's more to this. There is a better version of me that exists right here, right now. It already is. So I allow myself to take off the blinders and see myself currently. Oh, Diana, or I called you Diana. Diane, I'm so sorry. Exactly, Whitney, yes. I think I may have touched on it last week that physical touch is very important to us as a human species. And we're not, when I say physical touch, I'm not just talking sexual. Like, physically being in close contact. We are meant to be a species that is very communal. We're not meant to be so separate. So, I mean, I think it's becoming, you know, unfortunately, it's becoming more of the norm where we don't even like hug our friends. We kind of see hugging friends as becoming weird. And it's like, no. We're a communal species. We thrive on being in close proximity and being in each other's energy and taking care of one another, grooming one another. Grooming as in, you know, like, doing each other's hair, you know, helping with our physical appearances, helping with, you know, whatever. I do too, Lauren, I do. So touch, like we tend to not realize how touch starved we are. That's so interesting, Diane. My sisters are even weird about hugs. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's because, you know, it's that disconnection that we've created, that our society, well, it's not we, it's just society, capitalism, you know, pushing us further and further away from each other. I love that, Lauren. I love that, Whitney. It really is. It's so important. All right, opening up the mind a bit more. Oh, Diane. We do, Ro. We really do. I mean, we've got these big old brains and they need a lot to function. They need those good chemicals to function. Yeah, Fuckery and Shenanigans. I'll tell you something too. I can relate to that. So my great grandparents, so these were grandparents that were born in the 20s, but I got to have my grandmother, my grandfather, my great grandfather until I was 12, and my great grandmother until I was 15. So they were very much born in that era of, you know, not super physical, not touchy-feely. But then when I was born, I just came out hugging people. And I remember them telling me, we didn't really hug each other till you came around. And I never would have guessed that because they were so physically affectionate with me. But they said that. We were like, we just didn't do that before you. So I get it. Thank you, M, for the follow. Welcome in. I love that, Michelle. Oh, Diane. I hug Paisley too. I do too. I forcefully hug my cats as well. My kids called me out on it because I'm learning to hug and talk about emotions. I feel you, fuckery and shenanigans. Uh-oh. Hang on. I gotta submit feedback on something. The AI got me. Body exposure. Okay. That doesn't make any sense. Jesus. Jesus on a cracker. Okay, now it's gone. I love that, Lauren. Okay, anyway, I don't know what I was saying before that thing popped up, but now it's gone. So like TikTok also uses AI to like scan for restrictions and stuff like that, and sometimes that happens. Sometimes it doesn't work right. It was trying to tell me I'm like naked on live or something. Don't think I'm naked, but okay. Oh, Dan, it's hard to navigate, for sure. But sending lots of energy for finding the space to foster progress, happiness, understanding. I give myself permission to let positive thoughts come in. I'm feeling like some of you just really need some positive thoughts to land in your mind. And again, this isn't toxic positivity. This is not the space, that's not the space we go into. But just allowing yourself to think, you know what? Maybe something is going to work out. Actually, you know what? I'm not as cringe as I thought I was. Or you know what? I'm not the failure that I have been telling myself that I am. Because I've made it this far. Because I've gotten myself to this point. Oh, Melissa, I am so sorry. Candy V. Oh, Lauren. And thank you, Fuckery and Shenanigans, for liking the live. And anyone that I have missed. I allow myself to see hope. Blowing out some gunk that came out with that statement. Thank you, Candy, for liking the live. I give myself permission to see the way through the muck. Thank you, Lauren, for liking the live. See the way through the muck. So that goes back to what I said when we first hopped on live. Not letting despair cloud the window that we're looking through, cloud our sight. Allowing yourself to see that there are avenues forward. Allowing yourself, and another part of that is allowing yourself to calm down when chaos happens, when something happens that you didn't plan for. Because when you calm down, when you slow down, that's how you can see those avenues a lot more clearly, a lot more easily. Marley, welcome in. How are you? Happy Monday. I almost said Wednesday. I think I'm trying to jump ahead because we have so many exciting things happening. We have our full moon ceremony on Wednesday. Link is in the bio to grab your candle. Make space. Find your balance. What's important? What do you want to go after? Let Libra show you how to weigh the things in your life to put that life at the forefront. Show you that you can put things that are important to you at the forefront and pursue them. So again, link is in the bio for that. On Thursday, we start the Health Collective group, 15 consecutive days of Reiki candle work, including 3 group sessions to collectively pull our power together to help everyone's health improve. So whatever health thing you got going on, we're gonna hit it really hard with Reiki. Link is in the bio. It expires April 2nd. If you'd like to join that, if you click on it and you see the price for 15 days and 3 group sessions, yes, it is correct. Spirit said that on purpose, so we're doing it. Sometimes Spirit throws things out like that. But since my own diagnosis of fatty liver disease and high cholesterol, I have been doing Reiki on myself. Thank you, Jasmine, for the follow. And how are you? I've been doing Reiki on myself for the past month. You know, the use of Reiki was, you know, improving physical health. And since then I have lost 9 pounds. My cravings for bad foods have gone away. I actually want to cook now. You know, big changes. And in the past few months, I've also been using Reiki in more of that space, more of that capacity, helping other people's family members heal, helping them make transitions even, helping them work through their own health things. So that's not a space I get to dabble in a lot because my focus is now more on the soul and, you know, like spiritual coaching and women empowerment. So it's been really nice to come back to my roots, if you will, and revisit this again and get to help people in that capacity. So yeah, thank you, Whitney. So I'm excited. So again, the Health Collective link is also in the bio. We will start April 3rd. And I was trying, like the Health Collective was because of all the physical healing I was doing, you know, for other clients and for myself. And I'm like, well, how can we do this in a way that is sustainable? Because when it comes to physical healing and Reiki, it tends to need a bit more consistency, if you will, versus like the mental emotional stuff we tend to work on. I don't know why that is, but it just seems to be so. So Spirit gave me that format to be able to do it consistently and bring it for more people. Melissa, I'm so excited. Yes. It's gonna be amazing. Of course, as anything the universe gives me, it's amazing, but I'm really ready to dive in deeply to this and see where we go. And thank you, Buck Green Shenanigans, for liking the live. All right, let's go down the spine. So actually I'm gonna start at the back of the head and then go down the spine. Kind of sending some cooling energy. And then pulling your energy backwards, meaning I'm like, if you're leaning forward, lean back, relax. Thank you, Lauren, for liking the live. This song's kind of loud. Pulling your energy back, relax, cool down physically and mentally. Allow your body to physically decompress, to literally go from a more tense position to a relaxed position. Oh, you guys, I don't know what you guys have been talking about because I've been blabbering. My bad. Sometimes I'm a blabbermouth, but I love that comment. I love when this group supports one another like that. Thank you, Joy, for liking the live. All right, let's go down into the hips. I want to bring some physical heat down into the hips. Thank you, Jasmine, for liking the live. Ooh, I give myself permission to open deeply to my emotions. I'm feeling and hearing a fear of getting too deep into your own emotions and not being able to find the way out. And that makes a lot of sense. I get it. We work with that a lot. That's really one of the huge things that we focus on in this work is how do I navigate these big feelings? Like, what can I do with them? How can I make sure I don't get lost in them? Thank you, Jamie, for liking the live. Rest assured here with this energy healing that you are not going to get lost in your emotions. You are not going to get left at the depths of the ocean with whatever comes up. This energy healing is never going to give you more than you can chew. It may push you. It will push you. But it's not ever going to be, again, more than you can actually handle. It is going to show you how to be able to sit in your feelings and alchemize them into action, into healing, into change. Again, we're not just going to sit in them and get lost. If we're doing that, then we need to get off this live. What are we doing here? So allow yourself to just let whatever emotion that has been stuck in between your hips just come up. Just notice it. What is it? Thank you, Miranda, for liking the live. And I think, was it Cherry? Thank you for liking the live. And Lauren. Is it anger? See it. Let it go. Say, I give it over to the universe. Is it sadness? See it. Say, I recognize you. I see you. I give you over to the universe right now. I'm letting you clear from my hips. I'm letting you clear from my womb space. I'm letting you clear from my pelvis so that I can make room for the progress that I have been craving. Thank you, Marley, for liking the live. And just breathing in deeply into your pelvis. I was trying to combine the words pelvis and pelvic area. Breathe deeply into your pelvis. Thank you, Doodles, for liking the live. And then breathe out, sending that energy out to the universe. I allow myself to be an open book with myself. That's where we start. Sometimes we think the problem is that we're not open enough with other people. Yes, that can be part of the problem, but that's not the core of the problem. Thank you, Lauren, for liking the live. The core is being open with yourself. Are you actually being honest about what makes you happy on the other side of that corn? It is planting season. Does everyone have their corn planted? I don't yet. On the other side of that coin, we do need to also be sure that we're being honest about what makes us upset. Thank you, Miranda, for liking the live. Are you allowing yourself to be upset is the question that I hear. Or are you trying to be hyper independent? Does that ring a bell with anybody? Opening up those emotions. Oh, Michelle. I understand that though. That hyper independence, comes from people showing you that they couldn't be dependable, which is really shitty. Oh, Melissa. Yeah. I get it. I get where a lot of it stems from. But now we are going to shift that frequency so that you find people who actually are dependable, who actually show you that they will do what they say. Or if they don't, they're going to be accountable. And they're not just going to run away and hide from the accountability. Oh, Jackie. Yeah. So when we shift that frequency within us and allow us to be brutally honest with ourselves, you just naturally start to attract the kind of people that do that as well. Fiza, welcome in. Thank you for liking the live. I feel like I have to be the strong one and hold it all together. Oh, Michelle, yes. Thank you for the rose, baby girl. Oh, Jasmine. It's kind of eye-opening, jaw-dropping when you realize how many other people are sitting or standing right next to you who feel the same and just want someone who understands that and will be there for them in the way that they are there for other people. So allowing yourself to be vulnerable and put those feelers out. Hey, are you that person too? Yeah, that's going to take some trial and error. But if we're not allowing ourselves to experience that trial and error, then we're not going to get anywhere. Going even deeper, let's just go layer by layer. Let's just keep going. So, beyond that, in that trial and error, going further into that, in that trial and error, when there's those moments of where you find someone who wasn't who you thought they were, understanding that the actions or lack thereof from them has nothing to do with your character, has nothing to do with your personality. It has to do with their own capacity or lack thereof. Is that hitting home as well? Are we starting to understand the journey, letting ourselves walk a little bit further in this journey? And thank you, Jasmine, for liking the live. Oh, Lauren. And I know I have been there. I'm human too, where I'm like, why couldn't you do that? Am I not worth it? Am I not valuable enough? Of course you are. But think of the times when maybe you didn't show up how you wanted to. Did it really have anything to do with that other person, or was it because of your own fears? Same thing happening on the other side. It's really not about your worth. It's about the other person's capacity. But I get it. Again, I'm human too. Even, doing this healing, I still have those moments sometimes because we are human. Let yourself be human. Don't try to, the point of all of this healing is not to become this like superhuman that never feels anything or never gets upset by anything and just only is high vibration all the time. We're not going for perfection. That's unrealistic. That's not attainable. We're going for being able to flex and flow. We're going for being able to remain teachable and heed those lessons and grow. That's what we're going for. There's a bug in here. Where did it go? Just like fell on the floor. All right, how are we feeling now? Are we feeling more confident about this journey of being, all right, I can be really real and honest with myself, and I can start to put the feelers out for other people to build my circle, to build my community around me? Aw, Joy, I'm so glad. Let me drink the last little bit of my tea. Fuck green shenanigans, yes. Let me tell you, it is so freeing when you stop yourself in the moment, when you are experiencing that kind of situation and you're able to stop yourself and breathe and go, you know what? That just told me, that just taught me, it's time to keep moving. It's time to put my energy elsewhere. This isn't the situation, this isn't the person, and that's okay. That situation and that person is out there. They're coming down the path. Let myself move towards them. All right, take a deep breath, kind of like at the base of your chest, if that makes sense. So breathe in, breathe out, send that energy down your legs, down through your feet, down to the earth, connecting with earth, connecting with that magnetic energy of Mother Earth. As you breathe in, the earth gives you its grounding energy, pulling that grounding energy all the way up to your head. I give myself permission to feel safe. I give myself permission to be balanced. Sending lots of grounding energy here. You may feel your body sort of kind of start to buzz. It's more of a buzzing feeling on my end. It's like what I imagine it would feel like to be a magnet. That probably sounds silly, but really magnetizing that body to grounding earth energy. The more deeply you ground, the further you can journey in this work. Sometimes we forget that it's really like the basic principle of this energy healing is grounding. If you don't ground, you run the risk of getting too floaty, starting to feel kind of like out of body. That's not what you want to do. You want to make sure you're really grounded so that you can fully enjoy the journey, so that you can fully embrace the journey, learn, and go further. The grounding energy is like a tether, so you can find your way back. So you're not just lost floating out there somewhere. We don't want you floating around outer space and unable to get back. Thank you, Jasmine, for liking the live. My body is a temple of safety. Let me say that again. My body is a temple of safety. I feel like for some of you that may take a minute to sink in. You're like, I'm kind of fighting myself. I don't know that I feel safe in myself just yet. Just keep letting this grounding energy move through you. Whatever feelings are coming up about that, let them float up, acknowledge them, let them just fly right by. Welcome in the bird, how are you? Happy Monday. Tonight we are doing our collective healing. Wednesday night we will be doing our full moon in Libra candle ceremony. Link is in the bio to join. Libra is going to show you how to balance those scales. What's important? What do you need to put at the forefront? What do you need to really like go all in on to manifest? So if you'd like to join, link is in the bio. We've had people get new jobs, find the loves of their life, get promotions, leave toxic situations. I have 2 clients who are in years 2 and 3 with me of, full years of candle work. One has built a business and gone full time in their business in that time. The other person is working on this massive like leap and growth of their self-confidence and their femininity, and is like feeling like the boss bitch that they have never felt like before. So you can use these candles for anything. And thank you, Maddie, for the follow. And the bird, all you need to do is just sit back, relax, just acknowledge the energy healing, say I accept. You can say it to yourself, you can say it in the chat. Just open yourself up to receiving healing. And that's all you have to do. Just be open to experience. Be open to that where you think the core of the problem may be, it might not be. It could be something you've never thought of before. This energy healing will take you on some incredible journeys and unexpected journeys. Oh, so we need to say it this way. I know we've been talking about it, changing our view, allowing more positive views, to take over. But I allow my view to rotate. Some of you just need to hear it that way, just allowing the view to rotate, allowing it to shift, allowing it to move. For some of you, that movement component is very important to accepting that in your energy. I feel like that's for more of my logical brained people to hear it that way. Let's take some energy off the back. Hopelessness. Ooh, it looks like a blue cloak. Taking hopelessness off the back. You do not have to carry around the energy of hopelessness. Who said you had to? Thank you, Melissa, for sharing the live. Who said you needed to be sad? Sometimes it's just as simple as asking those questions. Like, where did that feeling of hopelessness come from to begin with? And why have I been carrying it? Is there a reason, or did I just get used to it? Sometimes we're just used to the feeling and we don't question it. We're like, well, it's been like this, so I guess I'll just keep going like this. Allow yourself to question. Ask it. Why are you here? But whatever the reason, I'm gonna let you go. Ooh, ooh. That like got stuck in my throat. Let's actually work on the throat chakra too, because I feel like some of that shot up into the throat. Taking that off. I feel like it's like right under here. I keep seeing it's a woman. It's not anyone's like specific relative or anything, but it's a woman. So it's telling me this is coming from the feminine. This is coming from the maternal line. I'm just seeing this woman, and she's got short hair. She's very like put together. She just feels like very by the book. She's like, if you've got something to say, spit it out. And I feel like it's a very restrictive energy. So I allow myself to release this restrictive energy that has traveled down the maternal line, that has made me feel like my voice had to be perfect if I was going to say something. My voice does not have to be perfect. My voice does not have to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Logical's not it. It's more, it's like corporate feeling. It's like this maternal energy is very like, well, if you can't say it in a diplomatic, like corporate, watered down way, then I don't want to hear it. So hang on, let me do my puzzle piece. Releasing that from the energy. How's that feeling? Bringing up some feelings. I give myself permission to embrace imperfect words. Instead, I want you to start thinking of words in terms of vibration and feeling, and not so much the exact word that you're using. It's perfect if you feel like it conveyed what you needed it to. It's perfect if you feel like the feelings resonated, not resignated. How's that feeling in the throat? Just pulling some energy off of that throat chakra after that. Hang on, my eye itches. Again, like we were talking about earlier, we're not going for perfection. I want you to not exactly remove that word from your vocabulary, but remove the traditional meaning of it. Thank you, Christina, for liking the live. instead of perfect being like, everything is just prim and proper and everything, is by the book, I want you to have the definition of perfection as if it felt good, if it aligned, if it helped me see truth, if it helped me see the direction, then that's perfect. You get what I mean? Kairos, welcome in. How are you? Happy Monday. And thank you for liking the live. We are here Mondays and Wednesdays. Tonight is our normal collective energy healing. Wednesday will be our full moon ceremony. Link is in the bio to grab your candles. Let's manifest. Let's bring about your aligned life. I read the flames as well, so I'm not just burning you a candle and sending your wish out. You're going to get advice from the universe. You're going to get a piece of information from the universe so that you start to understand the flow of your emotions, understand the state of your being, understand what you need to focus on. And again, link is in the bio to grab those candles. We will be here Wednesday. Libra is going to show you how to weigh out. What is it that you need to give more weight to? What do you need to give more attention to? And that it's okay to do that. It's okay to let some things not have as much weight. Maybe you need to completely get rid of them. And like I was saying earlier, we have had people find the loves of their life, get promotions, find new jobs, get new housing. We have had people leave toxic situations. I have a couple of clients, one's on year 2, the other's on year 3 with me. One of them has built a business and went full time in that business, which isn't super common for a lot of people, especially in the space they're in. The other person is working on building the most divine sense of self-worth, confidence, sinking into that feminine energy and owning it, becoming a boss bitch. So you can use these candles for anything. And I wouldn't have clients on year 2 and 3 with me if these were not incredible tools to build things with, to learn about yourself, to actually make shit happen. So again, link is in the bio. It'll say Libra full moon ceremony. And we will be here Wednesday. Did I set it for 9 or 8:30? I need to look at my own listing. It might be 9. Normally it's 9 if it's a weekday. Let me double check myself. Sorry, it's gonna get really bright. Cassidy, why are you tardy? 9 p.m. Central. I'm in Central Time, so we'll be here at 9 p.m. Central on Wednesday. You are late. What's the excuse? What's the excuse? Oh, sorry, my hair is going crazy today because it's kind of humid, or it's getting humid again. I love that. I guess you're excused. Take a big full body breath in, breathing out, down to the ground. That just made me burp. You may burp sometimes, you may sneeze, you may do other things. Ooh, that sounds fancy. Thank you for liking the live, Cassidy. My hands hurt as well, but for different reasons, because I've been out in my garden clearing it. I'm literally trying to remove, like, I don't even know how many years worth of growth, like 10 at least, in this garden. There were literal trees growing up in the middle. It'd be easier to just start a new garden somewhere else in the yard, but I'm like, no, this is fenced in, it's perfect. Hands hurt. I got caught in a thorn bush. It literally had me by the scalp. It was insane. So yeah, it's been fun. So come in, get some Reiki, let your hands rest. Oh my gosh, I'm itching. My fiance pulled all the dead plants in our garden today since it was nice. I love that. Yeah, this is, I don't really know how big this space is, but it's large. Like it's huge. You can grow a lot in it, enough to feed several families. So I've been hacking away at it. Not every square inch is going to be clear, but enough of it's going to be clear to do some serious gardening. Like, it's so big I have to get a tiller. Yeah, so it's going to be fun. All right, sinking down into those hips even more, connecting with that beautiful grounding earth energy. Thank you for the night star, Cassidy. Thank you. Again, I give myself permission to relax into my own energy. Your own energy should be your safe haven. It is your safe haven. Once you learn how to quiet the noise inside of your body, and being here will help that. Being here will help your body move through those emotions and move through those noises that are going on internally. The safest place you have is inside of yourself. The energy inside you, think of it as a temple. And I know that's maybe a little cliche, but make it look however you want to look. Literally practice the visualization of, if you could create a temple inside of you, what would it look like? Would it be a garden? Would it be a castle? Like, for me, I really love the look of sandstone. So I've created my temple inside of me to look like, you know, a series of caves carved into sandstone, and there's beautiful salt lamps everywhere, so it's very orange and glowy and warm, and, you know, just very like soft vibes in there. Build your energetic temple within you. There's no wrong way for it to look. It's what brings you peace, what makes you feel safe, what makes you feel like you can really open up without judgment, without fear of being seen or laughed at. Create that space within. All right, pulling some energy out of the hips. So if you feel a little pulling, feel some sensations down there. I'm just pulling some tightness, pulling some, you know, it feels like really tightly wound energy. It's stressful energy. Pulling that out of the hips. Just breathe. Breathing consciously, slowly, mindfully. I allow the weight of the day, the weight of the world to come out of my hips. And I completely understand if you're one of those people who feels like you carry the weight of the world in your energy. You wish you could just solve everything. I completely get that. Rose, I started about over an hour ago now. Thank you, Dylan, for the heart me. And thank you for the Go Popular. Or the Go Populars. Thank you. Let those hips get really physically heavy. Heavy and relaxed. Open and warm. Releasing responsibility of solving the world's problems, just like we were talking about again. And thank you, Dylan, for liking the live. Let your energy set that down for right now, because it's so important for you to be effective in any capacity, for you to relax, for you to give back to yourself. You can't run 24/7, 365. You have to replenish yourself. And then the other thing I want you all to know, that working on yourself actually does contribute and help with the problems of the world. So again, if you're one of those people that feels like you need to carry the weight of the world in your energy, know that the little, or what you may perceive as little things to yourself, the work you may do on yourself, that really has really far-reaching effects. Your vibration spreads to other people, and then they spread it to someone else. You may inadvertently set an example for a person or group of people to put the work in on themselves. So that does help change the world. That does help solve issues of the world as well. Breathing deeply again into those hips. Breathing out. Thank you, Dylan, for liking the live. I give myself permission to have hope. We talked about this earlier. Sorry, my hair is going to drive me nuts all night. I give myself permission to have hope. Hope that I can change. Hope that circumstances can change. Hope that it's more than just energetic, that it's actually physical. Of course it is. Sometimes it's just hard to see that from the outside. See that not only did you internally change, but you changed physical circumstances around you. Oh, Rose, I will be on for about 10 more minutes. Oh, Rose, I'm glad they do. I'm glad these words make you feel lighter. That's what I want. Because I was one of those people, like I was saying, I carried the weight of the world in my energy. So, you know, very heavy, dense material. And I feel like a lot of you guys in here tend to do the same. So it's very important that you be reminded, or maybe it's the first time you've ever heard it. You need to hear it. That working on you, doing something like this, is immensely important. Some of the, I guess, best work, if you like to call it, or most effective work, we'll go with effective, is done on the ground. It's done right here in your own home. It's done right here in your own neighborhood. It's done literally right here. Putting the power symbol again into your pelvis. Thank you, Dylan, for liking the live. I have to yawn. Oh my god, I made it to 9:52 before I yawned. False alarm. Wait. I feel like it's coming back. I don't know. It doesn't know what it wants. It's fine. Wait. I don't know. Okay. It was like, it was trying to trick me. It's like, I'm gonna yawn. No, I'm not. Here I am. Love it. Normally I yawn around 9:30, 9:20, 9:30. So I made it. I made it 20 more minutes. Name my price to stay on till 10:30. Oh my gosh, Rose. Tempting, tempting. How about at 10? I'll tell you how I feel. I'll tell you how I feel. I'll let you know if I can be bribed. Unfortunately, I'm not one of those people that is easily bribed. Sorry. But I'll let you know. I won't say no, but I also won't say yes yet. Because we're all about doing what feels in alignment. So, if I don't feel in alignment to heal, I'm not serving you. You know what I mean? I don't want to do any of you a Thank you, Lauren, for liking the live. All right, I feel like someone has a headache. My eyes are starting to hurt. I'm starting to feel a lot of tension. It's like a band of tension around the head. What's going on here? I don't like headaches. Let's move this. Bringing in some cooling energy. Literally, it looks like a rubber band going around the head. Snapping this rubber band, cutting this rubber band. Ooh. A little bit of relief right there. Let's go deeper. What is the root of this rubber band energy? Oh, Lauren. I'm so glad you're here tonight. Ah, Rose. Well, perfect timing. Oh, Lauren, I completely understand. But we're going to put that energy out there that you can honor what happened, can honor the holiday coming up, and be able to move through it with grace, move through it with more not as dense energy. We're going to set that intention and put that out there. Jasmine, I am so sorry. What in the world? A car accident? I feel like this is tied to someone's sinuses too. April 15th. Oh my gosh, Lauren. I am so sorry. Thank you, Angela, for the heart me. Let's do some draining. So we're gonna drain this. It's like a Y. It's like, here's the T zone, and when I go down, I call that the Y. So we're just gonna drain this whole zone right here. There's like some gunk in there. It's both physical and energetic, which of course the physical impacts the energy impacts the physical, right? I feel like inside of this gunk, it's inside of, you know, it's mixed with allergies, but then it's also like, I just see like someone's office and a lot of work, and I'm hearing all these words that are jumbled together, and just like, oh my God, my head's spinning, I don't want to do this, just mucky energy. So if you're feeling mucked up from your job as well, this will help move that. No way, she retired from the IRS. Oh my gosh. That is kind of like one of those interesting coincidences, or I don't really know that it's a coincidence. I would call it something bigger than a coincidence. Which reminds me, I still need to do my taxes. I have not done my taxes. And my sister and I are going to open another LLC for our orchard. So, oh my gosh, my taxes are like, I can no longer do my taxes by myself because I will have 2 LLCs on top of my full-time job, on top of owning property. Like, my taxes are beyond what I am capable of doing anymore. Brain just going 90 to nothing. 35? I can't imagine. Well, I mean, this energy healing, I could imagine doing that long. But like any other job that I've had, I could not imagine doing for 35 years. That's just like beyond my understanding, beyond my comprehension. And I really give kudos to people who, you know, stay in their careers like that. But for me, I'm like, no, I'm gonna get bored. But that's this thing with energy healing, is that you're always moving, something's always evolving, you know, so this work doesn't stay the same. So this isn't something you easily get bored of. Well, dang, that's pretty sweet. Now let's move to the back of the head, draining some energy for this headache. feel like everything's starting to open up. Here we go. How are we feeling with the headache energy over there? Let me do both the back of the head and the front of the face at the same time. Thank you, Lauren, for liking the live. I feel like I just felt the pressure go from the eyes and go down to here, and now it's moving further. Cool wisps across my forehead, slight pulling at the back of the head in a good way. I love that, Rose. We're moving it. We're getting it somewhere. I felt the pressure drop for sure. Like my eyeballs don't feel like they're gonna pop out of my head now. Sinus area tightening and releasing, yep. It's trying to move through all those pathways. I don't exactly know where everything is anatomically, but you know, there's like pathways, if you will, for all of this stuff to move and drain. I've had to hop in and out. We have storm warnings. Oh my goodness. Hope everything's okay, Courtney. I'm not looking forward to storm season, so sending all of the good energy out to you guys as well for a safe storm season. Living in Tornado Alley, living in, what's our region isn't really called Tornado Alley. It's called something else. But anyway, not a fun time this time of year. Oh, good. Tornadoes freak me out. I can deal with a severe storm. I can't deal with a tornado. Oh, Lauren, yes, you are. What is my area called? I forgot. I think it's something Delta. I don't know, but we get a lot of that junk too. I'm in the far western little towns of Chicago. Oh, Courtney. Kel, maybe? Dixie Alley. That's it. That's the D word I was looking for. I live in Dixie, what's considered Dixie Alley. So it's a pretty active area for tornadoes as well. And I feel like it's getting more and more active. Like, I moved back here a year ago, and I have never experienced that many tornado warnings in the 18 years I lived here prior. Like, I had never experienced that frequency of tornadoes. So it's getting kind of rough here. And I came back to live in it. Go figure. Drain just a little bit more. That's really interesting, Lauren. I mean, I don't know, but I guess we still have like some cold air and warm air like meeting each other, maybe causing all that. It has, Courtney. I've seen that too, which has really surprised me. Yeah, one of these days. I have lots of things to do to this house. 2 things need to be done before anything else. I'll probably end up getting a storm shelter too, just because I feel like it's just needed now. Rose. Tornadoes just freak me out because there's just not a lot you can do for them. You don't always get a lot of warning. You can't really outrun them. Even if you know what you're doing, it's not really the smartest thing to do. That's why they just give me a lot of pause. Yeah, that's kind of how it's still being here. Crazy temperatures. Good grief, Lauren. Yeah, I think I would too, because you get advanced warning. You can prepare. If you're able, you can leave. You know, we're coming up on 1 year since a devastating tornado here and still no FEMA relief. Holy cow, Rain. Man, I am so sorry. Sorry, my eye is twitching. Yeah, exactly, Lauren. I don't either. I don't want anything, but if I had to pick. Whoa, Rose, whoa. Yeah, a nice rolling thunderstorm. I can deal with that. They actually tend to put me to sleep, but you know. Oh, female warrior. Look at you. I feel like that was probably a lesson rolling off the end of the shadow period of Mercury retrograde. And look at you. Oh, Rose, I'm so glad it is. Oh my God, Rain. The Joplin, Missouri tornado thing terrifies me because I don't live super far from there. So I'm very familiar with that. Woo. Gives me chills thinking about it. Snowstorms. Snowstorms, I think I could deal with too. And thank you, Rain, for liking the live. I don't mind some snow, but here in my area that we live in, we are not super equipped for snow. It's not something we normally deal with a lot. Really, Lauren, holy moly. Exactly, we were just talking about that. At least with a hurricane, you get some lead time. A tornado can just be like, hey, it's here. Or sometimes, like recently, luckily none of them were super bad, but we had some after a series of severe storms came through where they were like, oh, we actually had some tornadoes, but nobody knew till after the fact, and they were able to go out and survey and be like, oh, one did touch the ground. Do you think telepathic ability is real? Yes. I think it takes a lot of work. I think it takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of, you know, being able to put your ego to the side. But yeah, I think it is. But it's, again, it's something that is not an easy task. All right, let me start tucking you in. What kind of energy burrito would you like to be? And don't forget, our candle ceremony will be Wednesday. Link is in the bio to grab your candle. Let's let Libra show us how to weigh things. Show us how to weigh what is important and be okay with putting things away that are not leading us to our best lives. To own it, to be like, yes, this is what I want, and I'm gonna get it. So again, link is in the bio for Wednesday. I'll be here at 9. No, Rose, unfortunately, I'm sorry. It is time for me to hop in the shower and then to go to bed, because on my lunch break, I gotta go get utilities turned on for the orchard. It's gonna be a full day. Full day of being a farmer. I'm a farmer now. I'm an energy healer and a farmer. Add that to my resume. Anyone can do it, Joe. It just takes practice. Hello, welcome in. I am tucking everyone in for the night. What's your question, Rose? What is your question, real quick? Don't worry, I'm tucking you guys in. I farm pecans. It's a bit of a different crop. You can get crop insurance for it, but it's not considered a traditional crop. But I have a pecan farm now. No, I don't think I would put that on my resume. That if I were to go get another job, I don't think I would. I don't know really how I would explain that unless there was some kind of transferable skill for the job I was going for. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, I don't ever have to think about that. Do you, Lauren? I would be interested in seeing. It might freak me out, but all right, sealing you in, sealing you in. Wait, Rose, was that your question? Or did you have another question? You are so welcome. Okay. I was like, wait, maybe there was a more pressing